Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I am determined to get a decent amount of practice in on this game. Which is rich, considering I've been spending all of my time practicing Night Rain, but there is something to be said for having a brand new challenge to take on, and I am all for it, even if I'm not making a huge amount of progress. So here's what we're going to do. We unlocked Frost Feint last time, we're going to try that. And we're gonna try a build that focuses on the Earthen Knuckles and Stonestrike kick. But then I want some sort of ranged control. Spark Array comes to mind. I'm also kind of looking for something else that does Fracture, but I'm not sure there is a lot. So I'm thinking we either do Dragon Dive, Gust Volley, or Lightning Spear. Actually, considering my feelings on Spark Array, I kind of want to do that. Alright, and we're using the Star Trinket. Works for me. Let's just give this a shot. Worst thing that can happen is I don't do very well, and in that case, how is that different from any other run I've done? Like, I've made it to the Sky Citadel once, and I can't seem to repeat that performance. But that doesn't mean that we give up. It means that we just try harder and learn what we're doing wrong. Though in this case, I think it's less about what I'm doing wrong and more about just understanding the boss patterns and how to properly dodge. In that respect, it's very similar to what I'm doing in Night Rain, which is understanding that I don't need to be so aggressive all the time. But I mean, that's not just a Night Rain thing, that's an Elden Ring thing, or Souls in general. So take that for what it's worth. And in that respect, this game plays a lot like a Souls game. Which, admittedly, considering the current gaming landscape, that was probably an intentional design decision.
I wasn't always the keeper of the cursed relics, but nobody remembers what I used to be, myself included.
There's something very sad about that, but at the same time, it is kind of what you chose. Kind of don't want any of these.
I see you've made your choice. Try not to regret it.
I try not to. There's Hasher. Let's come back after... after I've had a chance to see the rest of the landscape. I just pressed L3 trying to dash. Why, yes, I have been playing a lot of Night Rain. How can you tell? There we go. Spark Array definitely putting in some work. Sure. Not that 5 health is necessarily a lot, especially when you tend to take twice as much from any standard hit, but... I don't think the whole point is to keep you at maximum health at all times, it's just to keep you topped off. Oh, Spark Array, my beloved. And you guys know that I loved this spell in the original Wizard of Legend, and it's just as useful in this game, especially with the idea that the enemies don't move quite as erratically, but they have different attack patterns in general. Alright, so one big-ass long hallway here. I want to finish exploring the map because I'm trying to get myself as many advantages as I can. I'm also very much liking Frost Feint, again, just like I did in the first game. Why, hello there.
Despite Nasruddin saying otherwise, Hasher, my ex, still thinks my shop is breaking codes.
You know, just because you two were married doesn't mean that he needs to be that kind of a jerk. Seriously. Alright, we definitely take Submerge Strike.
Now, get out there and explore.
Yes, ma'am. I also didn't finish going this way. Bye-bye. I do love the knockback effect of Stonestrike Kick. Level 2 freeze, huh? Well, it's either that or attack speed. I have two things that freeze, let me go with the attack speed. That's 10%? No, that's like a whole nother spell. Are you kidding me? Oh, hey, Wind Guy. It's nice that I ran into you because I don't remember your name. This man is practice. He doesn't get dizzy easily.
Opportunities arise from crisis. Come, my howling winds will give you an opportunity.
Alright, so let's prepare to dodge first. Okay, that's a much easier way to dodge that than I thought. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Wind is not considered one of the 5 elements in every nation, but it called to me. You should also pursue that which you know is right.
Actually, I like that advice. Okay, flow is actually kind of cool. It's also just good life advice, too. Let's try that. It seems like Submerged Strike is really there just to give you one hell of a... What's the word I'm looking for? Hold on. One hell of a margin for error.
A duel with me is a chance to refine your skills. What do you say? Ready to grow stronger?
Sure.
You won't regret.
Alright, so... Consider this like a boss fight. Alright, and you dropped Lightning Spinner. I love Lightning Spinner. It's basically the same thing as Air Spinner, except for lightning. But I think I want to hold on to my Earth Knuckles. Alright, with that extra 10% speed boost, it feels like a completely different spell. It's also really good at chunking down stun gauges. Alright, too many AoEs going off at once. I figured that was the right call. Hello again, Hasher. You got any good relics?
Redeem takes a portion of my profits to help fund the trials. Don't worry, I've adjusted the prices accordingly.
Dick. That's okay. Okay, that could work. That would be really helpful. We're just going with that.
Run be profitable.
God, where did you grow up? America? Not everything is about money and profit, you know. Case in point, I was considering today whether or not I should just go into work, considering that I was feeling, let's just say, less than healthy. You guys know that I have severe mental health problems, like I try to pretend like it's not that severe and that, you know, everything is just hunky-dory, but no, I think it's time for me to admit that my problems are more severe than I give them credit for. But I was considering just going into work anyway because, you know, it's just what you're supposed to do, and eventually I decided no, I need to focus on my own health and not be apologetic about it. And I think that's something that more people need to do, is be less apologetic about handling their own health. Maybe if we had a culture that was, you know, okay with people and not to, and again, I know I focus pretty heavily on men's mental health. Like I said, it's June, it's Men's Mental Health Month to begin with, but honestly, everyone needs to be focusing more on their health. Like I said, not everything is just about profit and money making. Even though our society here in America really wants everything to be about that. Like, it's just not a healthy way to live. I don't know, maybe that makes me very un-American, but if that's the case, then I will happily just take that and just roll with it, because I feel as though focusing on our personal time, achievements, and health is more important than profits. Now, admittedly, the channel where we play the funny wizard game probably isn't the best place to have that discussion, but that's just kind of what's on my mind right now. Perfect. So apologies if that's a bit of a heavy topic for, you know, you guys coming in here wanting to see a dude shoot lightning and throw rocky hands. But again, that's just kind of what's been on my mind lately. Oh, shit. Okay, that definitely threw me off. Wasn't expecting the bouncy balls of doom to come in and start slamming into my face. God, I love Submerged Strike. Hold on, better cooldown on Frost Feint? Yes, please. Hello, sir.
Step right up. Offer your relics to the frog trader.
Honestly, I kind of want to keep my relics.
Maybe I need to sweeten the pot. I could bat my eyelashes, if I still had some.
It's nothing to do with you, buddy. I just kind of want to hold on to the relics I have, because the one that I was thinking about trading away is all about survivability, and I could use my survivability. There. It's top off my health. Because even though I know pretty well how to fight Akram and Bahadur, I would rather come in here with, again, a little bit more margin for error, because not everything goes the way you think it will. Ouchies. There we go. Not bad. What are you laughing about? You got your ass smoked. And we'll definitely take more ranged control, thank you very much. Alright, let's go ahead and boost my max HP. And on to the desert with us. Alright, so the enemies that I need to watch out for the most are the ones that throw the lightning-infused DVD logo. Also, not the biggest fan of the worms that have the giant AoEs. Not that it should be a major surprise to anyone, but yeah, big AoE damage seems to be one of the biggest threats in this game. Alright. I don't have a ton of money, but that appears to be Hasher over there. That appears to be Farron.
Pitching for some arcane power?
I mean, people usually are. A Narrow? I like it, but I think... Hey, that's interesting too, but no.
I still haven't gotten to see or meet any of the Council of Six yet. They are actually here, right?
Yeah, I beat Flo's ass earlier. There we go. There is something very, very satisfying about being just a badass earthbender. And maybe that's why everyone's favorite character in Avatar was Toph. And okay, she was my favorite character. I don't know about anyone else, but a lot of people seem to really like that character, and for good reason. Crowd control. Okay, let's take the level 2 freeze. And especially with the idea that I just mentioned that I'm seeming to be focused on crowd control, it seems like a good thing to take. Look, it's the DVD logo dude. Oh no, it's just Battle Axe Man. You can take your homing projectiles elsewhere, sir. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. Sure, I have melee arcana. I have a few of them, in fact. Alright, 282 gold. Let's see what you have that could be used. You're a relic.
I've learned much operating this business on my own. Mainly, everything is easier when you don't have a wife or partner to ruin all your decisions.
Like, I know he's supposed to be, like, his character design is supposed to be that of a kind of unlikable capitalist douche, but I sometimes feel as though it goes, like, almost cartoonishly too far with him. Honestly, Farron seems really nice. Then again, I have a soft spot for artistic people to begin with, so... Okay, Mr. American Gladiators. Ow. Okay, he doesn't stagger very easily. I should keep that in mind. Oh, Jesus. Hey, you clipped into the ground. Are you okay? Nice, got him with the trap. Alright, let's see what's down the other direction. I was hoping for a little bit of a health top-up, but alright. We're good. Let's move on to the next Elemental Lord. Voltron! Prepare to dodge. This man just made a Queen reference. No, it's a David Bowie reference. I'm sorry. Under pressure, dun 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 dun. Under pressure. There we go. Okay, he's definitely a tough boy.
You took the spotlight out there, kid. This Chromo's tune's yours now. It's saying, I don't think you trust in my self-righteous arcane vibes. I cry when wizards deserve to fly.
That was a System of a Down reference. What the hell? Dude, is Voltran about to become my favorite of the Elemental Lords just because I understand his fucking references? So now I can burn enemies from a distance. That is so cool. I kind of wish I had taken that fire rod now. Alright, so that's how we go back upstairs. But first... Hi, I'm over here, dumbass. Uh-oh. The DVD logo guys are here. Alright. Even more cooldown for Frost Feint. Ooh, I love it. Increased critical chance. It's only one hit, though, so I'm not too worried about that. Cooldown is nice, but Frost Feint is crowd control. And if you haven't been able to tell in this game, crowd control is definitely a good thing to have. Like, even more so than in Wizard of Legend 1, just because the enemies have strange, varied attack patterns that are, again, a good deal more varied than they were in the first game. Oh, that's right, that guy doesn't stagger easily. Alright, beautifully done. Let me out. God, I have that song stuck in my head now. I know, I'm a huge metalhead, but I still love David Bowie. And it's a shame that that beautiful artist was taken from us so soon. Like, I don't care how old he actually was taken from us too soon. Also, what kind of an injustice is that? David Bowie is dead, but Fred Durst is still alive? Like, come on now. Nev Citrine. Is there a way to, like, trade these or sell them or something? Hey, what is this? I like it. Also, I don't know if that was supposed to happen. The Mimic seemed very uninterested in actually attacking me, but I am not going to complain about essentially having a freebie. Get out of here, American Gladiators. Fucking Nitro or Rip or whatever your damn names were. By the way, for those of you looking for some sort of reference as to what exactly the fucking Whopper does, it essentially turns on a Bloodborne-esque rally mechanic. I made a goof.
The relics I offer you now are all thoroughly tested. I promise.
I believe you, but still, goddamn. None of these are doing exactly what I want them to do. Like, this is probably the coolest thing I could take, and I don't... Whatever, I'll take it.
I am still learning new things about cursed relics. Not that one, though. I'm most familiar with how that one works.
Not that one, though. Alright, we've got Bone Doggo to help us out now. Hopefully that was worth the 25% of my max health that I paid to get it. Hello, sir.
Dr. Song is clearly talented, but something about vampirism makes me queasy.
Dude, what are you talking about? Vampires are cool.
Now that's a profitable partnership. To your future wealth and victory!
That's the most positive thing this man has said, like, ever. But, I mean, I'm not worried about wealth. Victory, on the other hand, I would like. Can I have more victory? No. No DVD logo. Hey, Bone Doggo actually held that one in place. Very cool. Thanks, Bone Doggo. Alright. Let's not underestimate this enemy this time. I mean, this is a cool boss, don't get me wrong. This Jabara, this friggin' mummy. She's definitely got a lot of health. Is she about to do the spinny? No, she's not. Now she is. Oh no! Okay, cool. Honestly, she's making the sort of sounds that the sounds that people tend to make after an all-night Taco Bell bender. Damn holes in the earth. Like, I know that's your specialty, but... Oh no! What have I done? I didn't realize I could fall off there. Oh wow, got her. Alright. Okay, my one issue with Jabara is that, boy, she's got a lot of health. Alright, well this is now my second time making it to the Sky Citadel, and we definitely just need health points. Alright, come on, Bone Doggy. Alright, so the goal here is to find portal keys. Okay, floating swords have quite an attack range. Jeez, Lancers in this game are no joke. Then again, none of these enemies really are. But considering that this is like the second to last biome, I'm pretty sure, it makes sense that the enemies here are nice and tough. Did that man have some coyote time on him?
A curse can be a blessing in disguise.
It can be. Let's see if these are blessings in disguise. Honestly, I don't really get to use my signature that much.
Distinguished wizards travel.
Do it! Do it! Yes! Alright. And it's Hasher again. How much gold do I have? Well, we definitely need health.
Unlike Arcana, works without having to learn how to wield it.
Is that his way of saying he's a dumbass?
My ex-wife almost dropped that relic once. Luckily, I caught it just in time.
Alright, so let me see. What can I drop? Honestly, that. Oh, that's not an enemy, that's a trap. You'll have to forgive me, considering that the last time I saw an autonomous floating sword, it was an enemy. Okay, so those are landmines. You are... increased earth damage. Hold on, that's pretty special. Yeah, I think we dropped the Whopper. No, not that. I don't know how much the Whopper was helping, but honestly, it's couldn't have been that much. Wait, they can fall? What? Alright, not looking great on health. But largely this is a learning experience. Okay, really need health now. Okay, timed that wrong. I wanted to start hitting him after the sparks hit, made contact, but oh well. You get out of here. Oh!
Smarted. May I suggest getting upgrades to ensure it does not happen again?
See, I think part of the problem here isn't necessarily the upgrades themselves, it's that there's so few reliable ways to restore health during a run. Which means that, in large part, you just have to play nearly perfectly.
Just because I wasn't born able to wield Arcana doesn't mean it isn't possible. Madame Mulan snores in her sleep. I've tried to tell her, but she refuses to believe me.
all the relics that woman likes to use, and... Oh, what do you have to
There
say?
is a weight to every title. Wizard of Legend is weightier than most.
Okay, I didn't even know what that was all about. Alright, well, we are getting better slowly. Now, getting used to the difficulty spike of the Sky Citadel is going to be an interesting one, but this once again reinforces the idea of crowd control, hit stun, and ranged attacks. Those are going to be your best friends. And they were in the first game as well, so let's not even pretend like that's not still a thing. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, so thank you guys very much for coming and checking out my practice sessions. I hope you're having a good time with the game, as I am having both a good time with the game and slowly healing myself from yet another mental breakdown. I guess you could say that my brain doesn't work as well as it used to. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody. Under pressure.